something that I see fitting into their comp, but we'll see what they can do game 2. And Shy's playing the 2v1 lane was phenomenal. Helios's pressure was just so impactful in that lane. Double Bloodthirsters came in at the end of the game, and boosted Lucidity first pickup just helped him snowball so hard.
Yeah, I remember saying before the game started, the Nunez, I'm not 100% convinced about him in competitive play recently, but, he was able to do such a great job of it. I mean, Nunu in the current meta is a little bit weak, but his smart play was really carried it. It doesn't matter what jungler he's playing, it seems. As long as he's playing smart, he can do things right. And by coming top lane twice, once actually being spotted, and then still being able to get in there, with the blood bow onto Shy, able to pick up that first kill, then just walking up there a second time, not to mention the counter jungling that the entire team did.
So good.
And the deep warding he did, like with the early investment he got from those assists, he's like straight sidestone. All right, let's get some deep wards, let's control their jungle, let's make it so Safety can't farm his own jungle 12 minutes in, and let's just win the game, and that's exactly what they did.
Like, Nunu, he's known for being a supportive jungler.
Yeah.
When you pick up items like a Locket, like a Sightstone, stuff like that, you are looking to just be completely pressuring and completely supporting your team. And the early Dragons that they did too. They didn't even need Nunu. He had so much pressure on the map that they didn't need him, and he could just go help out Shy, go help out the mid lane, do whatever he needed to do. That counter gank mid lane as well, that turned into 2 kills, was so good by Helios.
We can't forget about that, because it gave McNoon 2 kills, it gave him double buffs, and it gave him pretty good control of his lane too. I mean, he did so much damage. There was a 1v3 bot lane we actually saw where he almost won it. There was almost a chance he was going to win that one. He got him below 20, or got actually 2 people down to like 200 health, and then there was Safety, about half life. But it was ridiculous how much damage he did. And Frost, they did their homework.
Yes,
they really did. They knew what to ban out, and they knew how to play against Saigon Jokers, and it really showed in that game.
Yep, and it looks like everybody in the lobby is ready to go, and we're looking to start this game very soon. And we're on our way into the picks and bans screen.
Yeah, so if these bans do come in, I'm really curious. Are we going to see the exact same bans out of both teams? And like we were saying before, there's nothing to really change in the bans. It wasn't the bans, it wasn't the champions that necessarily lost in the game.
It was the play.
Yeah, it was the play.
Yeah, and I feel like the Lucian is going to be a staple ban. They do not want to see Archie play that one. As you said, pentakill in their game in the back over there. But Kayle going to get taken away from Optimus, which is interesting. We don't ever really see Kayle. She is a strong champion.
She's actually, what's funny, she's really popular in GPL. We've seen, actually, I think it was SGS actually plays her quite a bit too, middle lane, and also like Zillion of all things. So I guess they don't want to go up against that, but again, it shows they've been doing their work. And with that Lulu ban coming in, and you were talking about Lucian just before, I think they might take Lucian as a first pick or something.
I wonder if Saigon Joker's going to scout that out. But Lee Sin and Renekton going to get taken away from Shy still. Still, that ribbon is open, is still available. We could see it in mid or top, depending on what they want to do. As Ziggs, I think McNoon is a little more comfortable and having a lot more fun with that one. And Annie, another staple ban for Junie, and they're waiting. They're trying to decide what they want to ban out last. It could be Lucian, and we might see Spray get it Nidalee away from McNoon again. So, what is Frost going to prioritize as they hover over Shen? That's not going to get through. I know they're not going to pick Shen.
I was going to say, if that does go through, I would hate to be up against Shy. He's just, every tanky kind of champion he plays, even damage, he just does not lose lane ever, it seems. But the Shyvana was left open, just like you said, and it looks like, since we saw it on QTV last time, that CJ Frost want to give that a go. And, QTV, he never really got going when he was playing Shyvana. He got held back in lane quite a bit, obviously being in a 1v2, but then, like, the rest of his team kept dying everywhere else, and he never got to that point where he could farm up. His Sunfire Cape came in, I think, like 13, 14 minutes in, and by then it was a little too late. He didn't have magic resist. He didn't even pick up boots. He went straight for a Negatron Cloak to go against McNoon, but
they switch it.
Yeah, they're not going for it. I don't think they were that afraid of it because of how they dealt with it.
Yeah, and they're stealing away Archie's May to carry in that Lucian, so we're going to see Space's Lucian. I wonder what they're going to pair it up with, though. Maybe mid McNoon Lucian?
We could. It's McNoon. Anything could happen with him, really. But we do see, it looks like Rengar picked up, and Zonda yesterday over for Taipei Snipers. From the 2 games here and the 1 game at GPL they played later on, he was 3-0 with his Rengar. But Invictus Gaming didn't really care. Yeah, they were like, you know what, it's not that hard to beat for us, and they were able to shut him down completely. And I like the pick, but I wonder if Saigon Jokers can get to the point where he's strong, last long enough in the game.
I wonder if he builds tanky Rengar or AD Rengar, because Zonda is a tank Rengar player, flat out. If QTV goes for more a burst heavy build and tries to get the Bone Tooth Necklace, tries to stack that up still, we could see early roams at level 6 towards the mid lane or towards bot, wherever he wants to go. And now we're going to see Safety's Aatrox again. You weren't sold on that pick, and from what we saw, he didn't do too well.
The thing was, it wasn't about, to me, his play that made his Aatrox not do that well. It was just kind of, they lost control of the game very early on.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And like I was saying before in the prior game, if you can't farm your own jungle at 12 minutes in, something's wrong. And you can't get the money you need. I mean, there's a limited amount of gold on the map at any given time. And when you're forced to give it to your AD carry that needs it, your AP mid, getting it as a jungler is kind of like the last thing. And he had nothing at the end of the game in terms of items.
He didn't even have he had a Doran's Blade, mobility boots, and a barely finished Spirit of the Ancient Golem. So really lacking. And now, Helios going to go with Nunu again. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And he's just going to go for that one. Maybe early steals early on. We do see Riven picked up again. Could it be mid-Riven? Could be top Riven. We'll see what they want to do as they wait for the picks from Saigon Jokers, which they're hovering over Jace and potentially Ezreal.
Yeah, so maybe we're going to have a double. Actually, might have a mid Ezreal, actually. We did see a funny thing, actually, GPL. I think you and Rapid mentioned it. We saw an AD Jace. Which was actually working out quite well, surprisingly, in that game. But well, I guess they want to change things up. And I would assume that Riven definitely would be top lane after seeing Shy just play it. He's kind of like, no, I did very well on it. No need to change it. But the Caitlyn Thresh, with Annie being taken away, obviously you can't really go with the Annie kind of Caitlyn combo, but there's good potential in that comp that they have right now. Only downside is, at the moment, they are very heavy AD.
Yes, and what would fit with what would be the staple AP mid that they go for? Gragas is open.
I'd say Orianna.
Gragas is open too. Depending on what they pick for potentially mid on the side of CJ. Gragas is a huge pick for everybody. Orianna, like you said before, very good. They're still flickering around. Soto, though, maybe a main pick for Mad Life. The Crescendo last game was really good. He had spot-on placement with that one.
Come on, do it.
Oh, can he do it? The crowd's cheering. Can we get a Mad Life Blitzcrank? Can we see the God Hand come here to Intel Extreme Master Singapore? And potentially Orianna from Macnoon mid.
Yeah, and I was saying Orianna for Saigon Joker side because when you put that ball on a stealthed up Rengar, you're not going to see it coming
Submarine.
in. Yeah, you're not going to see it. So you have that ability to really make that happen. But Frost as well, I guess they kind of want to take it away. And I think Macnoon wants some sort of
We're seeing it.
Yeah, we're seeing it.
The crowd is cheering. It's going to be Blitz support for Mad Life. And it's going to be going with a Lucian in lane, as well as Orianna mid for Macnoon.
You know, there's one thing about the crowd out there is that we can hear you guys through our headsets. And whenever a poll's going to land, guarantee we're not going to be able to hear ourselves speak. But that is going to be a really good thing to see. Really cool. But right now, they don't really have a way to get the ball in there. That's the one downside. Yeah, you could flash for it, but that's the one downside. And it's pretty much a Saigon Joker's hand after that first game of will we even get to that team fight 20-25 minutes in? And last game we didn't.
You know what I really like though? Dissonance, Blood Boil, Riven's mobility. They have a lot of catch potential. And even Lucian with the charge. The Relentless Pursuit. But they lock in Gragas, like we said, so it's going to be a Gragas-Orianna mid lane battle.
Yeah, Gragas definitely could pick up here when Frost wants to chase. They want to be able to get in there, get the ball in there, have Riven get in the middle of the fight, and then the Gragas can obviously reset the fight a little bit using that ultimate. But when you have a Blitzcrank in there, it's kind of like, it doesn't matter what your plan is. If that pull lands, someone's probably going to die. When you have a Riven to stun you, I'm not sure if you can get away from that too easily.
Yeah, who needs a ball to hit when you could just hit a grab and just rely on Mad Life's big hands to just hold you and carry you everywhere you want to go?
Thought you were going somewhere else with that. But, you know, into this game, I'm trying to think, will we see potentially a blue steal? Maybe see Blitzcrank, you know, pull a buff over the wall and take that away? Because Frost loved to deny as many buffs as possible last game.
And you see Mad Life there with the Blitzcrank ready to hold and carry space in lane. And I wonder if this is going to be indicative of a lane swap. We have double hooks in the bot lane if they go for 2v2s.
That is true. But it's like him up against Thresh. It's like him against himself. And he wants to show that he has the better hooks. And might have Hook City happening here. It's going to be really cool to see.
All right, so we're going to be loading into game 2 here. CJ Frost up 1 game. And they want to maybe try to 2-0 it here in Intel Extreme Master Singapore and enter into the grand finals against Invictus Gaming. But I think Saigon Jokers are going to give them a run for their money this game and go all out.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Saigon Jokers 2-0 TPA yesterday. We didn't see it, but it happened. I want to see that team come back here. Like, I know they've done the prep work. I know they've done the research for this, but I want to see them take this to a game 3. And I know everyone out there is looking for that too, because the Saigon Jokers are a strong team. And to prove it to the world, this is the best team to go up against for it.
Yep, and we are out and onto the Rift now, as we are going to be seeing where they want to go, what aggression they want to apply, and are we going to see any level 1 hooks from either side of this Thresh and Blitzcrank? You guys cheered for it and you wanted it. Blitzcrank from Mad Life is coming out, and I want to see what they're going to do early on.
I think there's a better chance of, or there's definitely something's going to happen. Let's just say, I was trying to think of a different way to say it, but it didn't really work out with my mind. But there's got to be something happening here. Both these teams have pretty strong level 1 comms. Riven, if you take those broken wings, you have so much damage early on. If you land the pole, I mean, anything can really happen. Obviously, there's not as much damage, at least to me, over on Saigon Joker's side, but they have a Rengar. And when you can jump from bushes as a Rengar over and over again, you can pretty much catch anyone. But with the way they're spreading out right now, it looks like Saigon Jokers do not want to go for a fight.
Yeah, they're lining up very defensive all across the river here. Mad Life is leading the charge with with Space following behind. He drops the ward. He's going to look to spot out anybody he can, get the pings out. Archie does let his team know about that one. And now, with the Yordle Snap Trap in that brush, they might walk into it, and that invade could be just stopped. But still, just very defensive posturing. No one's looking for anything sneaky right now, except maybe Helios might go for some sneaky play. In case.
He definitely might here. He's actually heading down towards red right now, and just look at the items really quickly. We do see Adorn's Blade start for safety, so he's looking to be really aggressive early on, as we do see QTV saying, "Get out of my jungle, this is mine."
Yep, and just hit some of the bola.
Yeah, and over on Frost's side, Helios, he started his same kind of build. He's going to have that ward, he has that cloth armor, and last time he was able to make it work for him.
Yeah, and Mad Life is heading back down, so they're just going to go to red buff. It's going to be red start for Helios, blue starts for safety, and going to be the routine routes. And I want to see if Helios is going to try to snowball Shy again.
Well, he can. He's on his team.
Haha!
Sorry about that. That was really bad. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. With him starting at red, taking out blue right after that, I wouldn't be surprised to see him go towards the top side. But unknowingly to him, there's 2 wards to see him coming.
Yeah, and now, just going to have this game starting. Everybody's going to be going up into their regular lanes. It's 2v2 in the bot lane, nothing lane swappy coming out. And Thresh into Blitzcrank into Thresh is very interesting, because when Thresh does do the death sentence, he's stuck there for that second to throw out the hook. If you dodge away as Blitzcrank, you can time your hook to pull him while he's in his motion.
It's kind of funny because he has 2 ways to get him there. Let him hit the hook and then engage, or they'll just straight up pull him. And I think that lane's actually gonna be really cool to see in terms of how it's gonna develop, and it's gonna be very quick. I feel sorry for you on camera because it's gonna be very fast when kills come in down towards that bottom side. But as we can see on the minimap, we do have safety taking his red. We do have Helios going blue here, and this is going to just kind of show, does Helios want to snowball Shy? Is he going to head towards that top side?
He's going in, just a little aggression in the background now. Mad Life going in, he hits level 2. Gotta look for the knock-up as well. Power fisting Junie right there. He's gonna flash away, and auto attacks from Space coming with the Gunslinger passive. Still looking for Archie, hits the hook! Gotta pull him back, he's flashing out. Space gets the piercing light for a double kill at 3 minutes in. That is a 2-0 Space on CJ Frost, and that is what we wanted to see.
Wow, Mad Life right there. Like you said, going at level 2, getting that knock-up, didn't even need to blow that pole, and you saw Junie, he was scared to flash backwards towards the turret. He tried to get behind his teammates so he couldn't get pulled right there. Fantastic job by them, and they get a huge early lead.
A phenomenal play. He held onto the hook for so long to hit Archie with it and waiting for him, but now just a little counter jungle aggression coming in from Helios here against Safety, denying him from doing those golems. Going to sit around. Safety may come up top to try to gank Shy, but Macnoon in the mid lane against Optimus, laying in a ton of auto attacks and applying a lot of pressure with the ball.
Yeah, he's redeeming himself a little bit here. I guess it comes down to the ultimates, though. It's always about the ones you miss that people remember. Well, at least usually. The 3000 Elo Shockwave that came back in the summer promotions with Pharrell Nord was quite one. But right now, Safety just kind of sitting up here trying to absorb a little of experience, but he's actually taking away quite a bit from QDV, but he's at least making it so he can farm under turret.
Yeah, he's going to look to hit level 4 off the golems possibly. Helios was looking to counter jungle some wraiths. He's also looking to gank mid, but there's a ward that spotted him out. And still, just Shy and QTV going back at it. And now in bot lane, with that double kill, he's got the makings of a Phage on Space already.
Well, we know where that one's going to go, into that Trinity Force, and you see already aggressive wards coming down yet again out of Frost. They had one over towards the Wraith Camp, they had one at red a little bit prior to. I believe that was the Ghost Ward coming out of Helios right there, and they definitely want to be able to control that. I'm curious to see if they're going to be able to deny away the blue buff from Optimus, because if that happens, Gragas is going to have a very, very tough time in lane, but he did go back for an early buy. Did go for the double Doran's rings, and Magnoon's still there currently with a 31-13 CS advantage.
I'm surprised he wouldn't go for a Chalice of Harmony. Or like build towards it at least, like pick maybe a Magic Mantle to indicate some of the damage from Macnoon. But with that, he'll have extra wave clear, extra damage. And we do see Safety actually heading up to the mid lane while they're just both leaping back and forth all over the brushes. Gonna hit him with the bola, hit him with the roar, and just back on out, as these trades usually tend to just be a little poke fest.
Man, you see Shy, he's really respecting QTV too, because they both want that Dorn Shield start. He doesn't want to get poked down too much, and he definitely needs that region on top of that. But Helios not able to make any ganks happen just yet. He is going for an invade yet again, though. And he does have a couple of wards on him, and he's keeping that vision. And with that ward up there, it allows McNoon to play so much safer and so much more aggressive.
Yeah, and there it is, warding the red buff. Gonna look for that spawn at about 8 minutes. And you just see Space still farming up a storm down bot. 9 CS ahead, Mad Life eats the Yordle snapshot, not caring. And using that piercing light like that is so good. Just go through the wave and tag the AD carry. Just so annoying to deal with.
Yeah, and you see them, they're afraid of that hook because they see it come in, they know they're gonna go down, especially without having any summoners. But in the meantime, we do see a gank coming here out of Helios top lane.
Ignite gets dropped. It's going to be the Broken Wings. He's looking for the knockup with QTV not having 6. He's going to look to leap and try to juke away. He has flash available. Gets hit by the Ice Blast. He's going to try to flash. It looks like no. He's just going to turn and accept his fail. Maybe actually. He's not going to get it. He's just going to fall. Shy with the help of Helios is going to get that kill.
Well, there's your answer. If they're going to snowball that top lane, it looks like they're going for that right there. And you saw QTV, he had his flash, but he's like, yeah, there's no way I'm going to escape a Nunu and a Riven. So he just pretty much sat there and ate it, and he's going for a Giants build. So he's going to be going for that tanky Rengar, not going to be going for any AD. And I think that's a smart choice, to be honest, considering he's up against Shy, who now has that 1 kill. He needs to be able to survive this laning phase. In the meantime, big way pushing top, and actually Helios is going to be able to catch safety here.
Yeah, safety's going to run into Helios right there. Ice Blast does connect. The ultimate is popped from Shy, but he just Dark Flights his way out of there and gets out just in time. As the spot lane still just applying a ton of pressure, and Mad Life just being patient and holding on to that hook and not forcing anything to give Space some trouble. Yeah,
and we actually did see McNoon. Look at the health bars in that lane. He's been able to push out Optimus very well right there. Doesn't have blue. Has hit level 6 a little bit earlier than him. But with the aggression, he's been able to kind of hold Optimus back because that's a huge CS differential middle alone. And right now, everyone on Frost, minus Helios, which the same thing happened last game, is winning in CS.
There he goes, command attack still. And actually, if you look, Optimus doesn't have flash. The command shockwave is down from McNoon, so it looked like there was a big fight that happened over there. So gonna keep him back and keep him underneath turret. And without Ignite, he has not much kill potential, but still, auto attacks coming in. The Optimus is playing with his life.
He does have the ultimate available though, so if he gets hit with maybe one more auto attack, pull him into the turret, there is a possibility for a kill. But look at that minimap right now, we're seeing Helios going for a counter jungle here, and this is what we kind of expected. If you keep that away from Optimus, he's going to have such a tough time in lane, and he will be able to lock that one down.
And they give it over to McNoon too, so going to help him take out Optimus even harder in lane. And with that, they are going to back out. And I'm surprised we haven't seen much of a fight around Dragon for vision control.
Yeah, it seems like Frost doesn't necessarily want to go for it just yet. I mean, they kind of realize, yeah, we're waiting the laning phase. If anything, we could probably pick up another kill, then rotate after that, go straight to a Dragon. Maybe Helios will visit that bottom lane, knowing that flashes are just coming up for Saigon Jokers, and he's going to be going for his red on top of that. But right now, Archie, I'd say he's doing a pretty good job, considering he died at level 1 of keeping up in farm at least.
Yeah, but without wards in that bot lane, it's going to be very dangerous. We see Shy going in onto QTV. He just heals it back up with the Empowered Primal Roar, and will be back to his way of farming. But red buff goes over to safety. There's no counter jungling coming in. There was a ward by Helios, so he will get the timer at least. And with everybody trying to go back in the bot lane, looks like Mad Life in Space will come back with a Sheen instead of rushing for the Phage.
Oh, that's going to add so much burst potential out of him too, especially when you get that pull coming in. But looks like Mad Life maybe wants to go for some more warding here. Maybe Dragon is a possibility because Shy's heading down.
That 3,000 elo shockwave comes in from McNoon. That kind of whiffs.
We'll give you one, McNoon. We'll give you one miss.
Everyone gets one.
Yeah.
one mistook for Mad Life. That's all he gets. But now we will see the Dragon going over to CJ Frost. They will be able to secure that one at about 9 minutes and secure an even bigger gold lead. 13,000 gold at 9 minutes is really good.
Yeah, and they have almost a 4,000 gold lead at 9 minutes. That's not a good sign if you're a Saigon Joker fan. Obviously, they still have the potential to come back in this right now, but if Frost keep playing this game like they did in game number 1, then it's going to be hard for Saigon Jokers to, well, as you can see, gain control of their own jungle. You know, Safety's been on only his red buff in this second go around, hasn't been able to give the blue to Optimus just yet. He's going to start farming behind in levels on top of that, and Shy, he's farming so well top lane.
Yeah, just... oh my god, almost 20 CS over his opponent right now. Will be 20 CS on the wave. And down bot, the zone that Mad Life has established is just too much for Junie and Archie to deal with. They're also going to be down almost 2 levels after this wave. So just applying so much pressure. Eating the traps without even being punished for it is so huge.
Yeah, it's kind of like the downside of having an aggressive lane if you want to at least keep that lane phase going.
Culling. coming out to clear the way.
It's more like the missing right now. I think it's hitting anyone just yet, but the Shy going in on QTV here. We do have safety coming around towards that top side, so we might see a kill come in.
Yeah, but it looks like Shy is not going to bite the bait just yet. That turn in the bot lane is going to look to fall very soon. Mad Life looking it right now. Pops the attack, the movement speed, gets hit by a death sentence. It's going to be the piercing light as well. Exhaust gets dropped. The ultimate from Mad Life comes through. He's looking for Junie. He cannot. He hits the hook and gets the kill. But up top, it's going to be the 2v1 on Shy, while Space forcing the flash out of Archie. He's going to hit the Ardent Blaze. Look for the kill. Does he have the pursuit anytime soon? It looks like no. And that will be a 1-for-1 globally as a nice hook through the wall from Mad Life on a Junie to get the kill.
He's like, I want to give it to you, Space, but if he's going to flash that wall, I'm going to take that one. He ends up getting a fantastic job by him. We did see Shy go down in the top lane, just like you said, but right now Helios is going to be rotating over to stop this turret from going down. In the meantime, Space still pushing bottom. He's not afraid, and Archie's very low on health.
Absolute Zero going to force QTV to get out of their Ice Blast. Is he going to chase this one down? Can he actually 2v1 at this point? It looks like he's going to chase it down even further. Just one more in power, though, for QTV to get the heal off. He's just eating the red buff auto attacks. Can he do it? Can QTV live? It looks like he gets the heal, but Helios is going to fight him and consume a minion. He's going to get him with red buff as he takes down QTV.
Wow. I mean, just dying to a Nunu 1v1 has to feel so bad, but that's like the downside of Rengar. He does have a great escape, but Optimus getting caught here.
It looks like he's going to try to body slam and juke the hook right now, but flash him off from Shy. Stun and auto attack gets Optimus, as now it's going to be a lot of jungle control and pressure from the side of CJ Frost on a Saigon Jokers.
And look at Space. I mean, he's pushed up so far right now over onto that inner turret, and he kind of realizes where the other team is. He knew where safety was just prior in top lane, and he is putting so much aggression down bottom, but right now Shy and Mad Life coming from middle down to bottom. They might try to go for a turret off of this.
Yeah, if they can get this tier 2, that'd be really good for them. They're leaving Helios up top to get some free farm. Since there's no buffs to clear out, there's no dragon, there's nothing, why not just farm a lane and have Shy roam and help have a lot more kill potential in the lane? And the wards get dropped, they're going to be able to take this turret. The minion to die, Space got some tower aggro, Mad Life eating that up as well, and taking a ton of damage from this turret. They do not care at this point. They really want to grab this one. Minions come, Mad Life almost dies, and now turret going to fall on that next auto attack with the Sheen proc. Slow connection from safety, flashes in, gets the knock-up, popping the Massacre, looking to get Space. Shy eats the snipe to keep him safe. Kitlet's on the safety's passive is popped, but Junie goes down to Shy. He's going to bounce to the wall. Safety's going to kite this one out. The explosive cast can flash from Optimus. He drops Ignites, gets Space. Now he's going to body slam chase. Safety is still dodging away from Shy. He's going to hesitate, misses the stun. Headshot proc, built over Peacemaker, gets it from Archie to take down Shy, and that is going to be a 3-for-1. That is what Saigon Joker needs, but Magnoon is coming in from the side. Doesn't have Shockwave just yet. Body slam connects, throws up the ball, cannot get the distance. The barrels connect as well. Everything coming in. Saigon Joker's kiting this one phenomenally. They miss the body slam. The net doesn't connect. Optimus coming in with the barrel, picks up the kill, and they make it a 4-for-1 while Helios is still up top.
And just like that, Saigon Joker's getting back in the game. That was such a perfect engage out of safety, knowing his team had his back, and from that, they're going to be able to get their own blue buff finally. So now Saigon Joker's showing some sign of life here, and that's exactly what they need to kind of turn this one around, but you can still see in the items, Space has that training force done. Archie has a Vamp Scepter with only 1,200 gold to spend. The AD carries are so far apart right now in terms of just items alone, not to mention in that top side, Shy has the cooldown reduction boots and that brutalizer too.
Oh man, going back to that nice 40% CDR build and then looking for more damage. I feel like that Longsword is going to go into a Bloodthirster, and then he's going to build another Bloodthirster and see what he does with that. But he's been away from top lane for a while, and Helios got to catch up with some farm as Safety has been out farming him a little bit in CS and has 3 assists. We do see QTV, he's going to run into Helios, has Sunfire Cape, feeling strong, gets the Bola, but Blood Boil going to allow him to run away. And Mad Life is roaming up here right now as well. Shy going to eat some turret shots and look to shove out the wave, and they're looking for a 3-man push / potential dive onto QTV. Here comes Mad Life coming in with Shy and Helios. Ice Blast connect, knockups go all over the place. QTV tries to pop the ultimate to get out, but it's going to be absolute zero from Helios to pick up the kill. And now a tier 1 in the top lane will fall.
Oh, it looks like Space actually kind of getting caught in the jungle right there. Going to be going for Junie.
Oh, he's going to pop the culling and turn around. Optimus comes in, throws the barrel, but it does not blow up or connect. And they will just back off and try to give this red buff over to Archie. While they do get this one safely for him, the tier 1 of the top lane will fall.
But this is still so important for the Jokers that they're able to gain control of their own buffs. They're holding control of their jungle currently, which might change very shortly here, but we do see Shy, he's been very aggressive. It looks like Mad Life, they want to go for a fight.
Death Sentence over the wall, and the Shy gonna flame, it's the barrel! And Archie picks up the kill with the help of the Red Buff. Explosive Cask now onto, it looks like Space. He's not long for this world. He is gonna go down. Double kill for Archie. A really good play from Saigon Jokers to capitalize on an overextend from CJ Frost.
And just like that, we were talking about Archie being so far behind in terms of items. He has another 1,200 gold to spend. He's finally catching up. He's getting these kills in, which is so important for him. But in the meantime, Frost is like, all right, we'll push middle. They get one turret, and they're looking for a second.
All right, they're going to see barrels come in. QTV is going to hold off that wave. Hook comes in blindly, does not connect. That's your one med life. And now we're going to see as CJ Frost is going to be forced to back off. But Dragon is up, and I think Helios and med life could just solo that out.
Yeah, definitely. They've been able to get pretty much every Dragon in this entire series so far, and they're going to continue that on. The blue buff is up now for McNoon, who's going to be able to pick it up here. And we haven't even touched on this, though, but look at the CS difference middle.
Oh, Jesus.
60 CS pretty much now. I mean, let's just look at total gold. He's sitting at 5,500 total to the 4,200 on Optimus. Like, that is a huge lead for him. And we saw, you know, Optimus playing Oriana last game. His ultimate, he got a nice 4-man shockwave at the end, but it didn't do anything. McNoon currently, with the CS lead he has, with that assist, he is going to be doing a lot of damage. And Saigon Jokers have to be careful of that when these team fights start to break out. Not these little skirmishes, but that straight 5-on-5 team fight.
Yeah, and Shy, I feel like he's going to be split pushing most of the time and leaving it to a 4v4, potentially 4v5, and try to focus QTV onto him. We do see a lot of rotation around here from Helios looking to use that Oracles to full effect. QTV, though, might get flanked out here. He doesn't have ultimate. He has flash available. Red buff is going to slow him out. Ardent Blaze to help him catch the calling his spot as well. It's going to be him flashing away. Ice Blast connects. This should be an easy kill. Knockup comes in as well as Silence. He looks for the hook and connects out to Optimus instead. And they will be able to save QTV, keep him out of there with the Dark Passage as well as the Body Slam from Optimus.
Great job, Optimus, to eat that one too, and it lured all 5 members of Saigon Jokers down towards the bottom lane, though. In the meantime, Shy pushing away, gonna get that turret down, and it's just 3 people. It was just 3 of CJ Frost that pulled the entire team of the Jokers away.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure that they have been applying and abusing. Now we just see potentially Shy just still pushing up top. Optimus trying to capture some farm, and a 3-man dragon here from CJ Frost will net them this one. This is going to be their second dragon of the game, unless we see a response from anybody. They are spotted up by a ward, but no response from Saigon Jokers.
Shy does not care. He's going to take that turret down. And that is the 5th of the game now for CJ Frost. Saigon Jokers haven't gotten 1 turret yet this game, and to be honest, they haven't really been on the opposing sides of the map at all. I mean, if anything, it was just QTV being pushed up onto that turret for the most part, but Optimus has been at his own turret. We've seen, obviously, Archie and Junie there as well. And right now, Junie just going to ward a Baron. He's a little bit, I guess, scared that Frost might go for it. And right now, with that Fed Lucian, with the Nunu, with the Riven, they can do it if they want.
Yeah, Nunu is known for his early Barons, the Blood Boil, the Consume, just doing a ton of damage. And I'm actually, let's see real quick if it looks, oh, it's just still level 1 Consume. So going for maxing Ice Blast first with that one. Shy is going to just show that he's going back. Not showing going back, but try to see if QTV goes back with him. And Safety picking up his own Oracle, so now looking to try to get some control back on their side of the map.
Yeah, this game, Safety's finally been able to get some items. He's finally been able to build past a Dorad's Blade and a Cloth Armor, pretty much. And that's because he's been able to gain control of his own jungle, and also that amazing engage he had bottom, which netted him pretty much 5 assists. So right now, he's finally getting tanky enough to deal with the other team, as well as QTV, who has that Negatron Cloak coming in. He's going to have that Spirit Visage very soon, but Frost looking to take away as much as they can away from Saigon Jokers yet again.
Yep, and with that, still capitalizing McNoon on his farm, now currently 74 CS ahead. Hasn't spent in a little while. He's got 2,500 gold in the bank. Gonna look for potentially Death Cap? I feel like maybe.
I would imagine that's definitely his item coming up, because when he hits that, he hits such a huge power spike that if he hits Archie and Optimus with it, they're gonna drop very quickly. But blue buff, yet again, taken away. I mean, we've seen Optimus get 1 blue buff here so far.
But besides that, like, what, 3?
but Frost is just trying to still maintain control, and Mad Life has that Oracle, but they were looking for maybe a sneaky pull right there, but they were spotted out by that ward.
All right, they cleared out, no problem. He's easy, and they're going to counter out that last little lone wolf there by himself. Another ward comes out from Junie. He cannot look for a death sentence. He does not want to get pulled over. Safety's going to clear out the ward that Mad Life just played over there. And gonna see. They're leaving QTV alone up top. Shy is going to go respond to him. CJ just now kind of looking for a sneaky play. They want to just just catch someone out and just bursting down, while QTV actually getting ulted on by Shy here. Gonna sustain through that, pops his own hunt in response, and is he gonna let it stack up and then try to turn? It looks like that is gonna be a no, as he will just disengage completely.
Yeah, I think he's really right and play that one a little bit safe because Shy does have that Bloodthirster done, but Optimus going in on McNoon here.
Oh, wow, body slam connecting. Knight comes out as well. He flashes away from the slow. It's going to be a two-man shockwave, but still gets knocked up. A pull over the wall. The Optimus into space. McNoon gets the kill. It's going to be absolute zero on a safety. The ball comes in. He gets McNoon, though. Bloodwell passive is popped. Can he get out? It's going to be a knockup and a slow, as now they're trying to kill the space, but Helios grabs it, and that is going to be a 2-for-1, trading McNoon for those other two players on Saigon Jokers.
Yeah, great pull by Malif yet again. Pulled him into his AD carry. That's usually people get mad at when that happens. Like, you know, why are you trying to get me killed? But it worked out so well because Optimus was out of the fight completely. And now with that blood boil, they're going for a push on this inner turret. They should be able to pick this one up because Archie is bottom lane trying to push the wave out.
Yep, and now this 2-2 looking to go down Mad Life, maybe looking for a hook or a play or something like that. Descendants comes out but does not connect. Archie joining the fray now. He almost has an Infinity's Edge, so could look for a little bit of power spike. Not Q, but the bull comes in, and no one gets hit by that one. But Saigon Joker still defending this one. It's going to stop the push for CJ for a little bit.
Frost, they have hit a major power spike though. McNoon with that death cap coming in. It's gonna be very deadly, and right now they probably could start to siege some turrets down if they want to go for it. We even do see space on the works of a Last Whisper. Actually just does pick it up right now, and still look at CJ Frost. They are staying in the enemy jungle with that Oracle. Look at the amount of wards down right now for Frost.
So many. Safety.
It's pretty much their jungle. They're claiming it.
Yeah, and Safety is trying to control it back, but just cannot. Junie hasn't had a chance to buy an Oracle. He's been spamming wards, doing a great job even being behind, spamming wards all over the place and trying to take control and reclaim their jungle.
Yeah.
It's so hard, though. The pressure that CJ has been applying is just too immense.
The thing is, it's almost impossible for him alone to do that.
Yeah.
Because you have the Sightstone and the Ruby Sightstone over for CJ Frost currently, but right now, oh, you see Mad Life being aggressive here on a Junie.
Forcing Junie to flash away. We're going to see Shy come in with the ultimate. He's going to look to try to make a play. Flash it on a safety. The hook connects on a safety. He's going to get blown up by the wind slash from Shy, as now maybe looking for Archie or Optimus, but will just dash back out. Ping's coming frantically onto that Baron, as CJ have decided the time is right.
Yeah, they got the jungler down. Mad Life's going to clear all that vision so no one inside Saigon Jokers can see it happening, but they kind of have to just let this one go. You already see in the bottom lane QTV, he's pushing that lane out. You see Optimus and Archie going for a push on the middle, and this will be CJ Frost's Baron.
Yeah, and even using the culling. The culling is really good at pushing waves and deals, is it 300% extra damage to minions? I think it is. Or 400%.
It's like negative % damage to champions, yeah. I know that.
You heal them with it, actually. It's actually the healing beam, but QTV gets a turret out of bot, trying to apply some kind of pressure across the map, but now Baroned up CJ Frost are going to be looking to knock on the front door.
Wow, and look where Optimus and Archie are. They are out of position right now. Obviously, Frost doesn't know about this just yet, but they need to get back to base very quickly, and we see Shy. It looks like they're going to let him split push yet again here, and doesn't have a second Bloodthirster done just yet. He's almost there. He's sitting on 2,000 gold, so he'll be there momentarily, but right now it's about Mad Life. If he lands that one hook, you're looking at potentially 2 inhibitors to go down.
Or maybe even game. Which is,
maybe.
But yeah, now Baroned up. McNoon is looking to go back. He's got currently 1,000 gold in his inventory. Maybe going to get another Blasting Wand or Seeker's Arm Guard or something like that. And then the push could commence. Or maybe Haunting Guys as he gets the Ruby Crystal and the Amplifying Tome.
Yeah, that kind of shows just like last game. They want to go for that final push. They want to go for that win. And Shy, actually the entirety of Frost going back and just picking up their items. It looks like they want to potentially go for a final push here because they're stacking up everything. Shy picked up that last Whisper. Like you said, McNoon going for that Haunting Guys, get that little bit of extra penetration in there right before anyone on Saigon Jokers can build the MR against it. And you know, Optimus, again, he struggled last game as Orianna. This game now, he's even further behind. He has the Athenes and Holy Grail done, but 145 CS 23 minutes in, it's not like he's a bad player, but it just shows how well Frost has controlled this game.
Yep, and using the rotation really well, and we're seeing them kind of group up towards mid. McNoon was pushing down bot just a little bit, and just farming up like crazy. Shy going in onto QTV, popping the ultimate, looking to commit to this one very hard. Last Whisper going to mitigate a lot of the armor that he has. He's running towards the turret, dodges the wind slash, gets spotted out. He's going to get chased through, and what actually saw him? Did he drop the pink ward? Oh, yep. I didn't see them drop the pink ward. I was like, how does he see this guy invisible?
Yeah, he was stuck between sight and sight from the turret, so he had to commit to, I guess, just dying in the end. But Shy's going to keep pushing that top side. McNoon's going to take away the blue buff in the jungle from Saigon Jokers. Pull, unfortunately, going to miss right there. but all it's taken is these 3 minutes CJ Frost to keep 4 of Saigon Jokers here.
Yep, and he'll look for another hook, keep it strong and safe in the siege potential in this mid lane. Helios going to tank up some turret damage, but the wave is here. He doesn't need to do that anymore. Consume to heal off and shrug off a bunch of that. The turret's going to fall very fast. Death Sentence doesn't connect, and now we're seeing them look to rotate towards the mid lane. The pull comes out, does not connect either. The turret goes down. Inhibitor is their next target. Lucian doing a ton of damage to this right now, and there's nothing Saigon Jokers can do.
In the meantime, Shy's pushing top in right now. He's going to get that inhibitor turret down. They're going to get 2 inhibitors off of this, and they might even potentially try to go for the final push. They have the mana, they have the health, they have the Baron and the items. Ooh. All they need is just that 1 kill.
Death Sentence comes through, but it doesn't connect. Explosive Cast going to do a little bit of damage to McNoon. We saw even the ultimate coming in, but now Shockwave as well. Dissonance. QTV just going to tank it up. He's just a very tanky monster. Takes the Dark Passage as well, and the second inhibitor goes down up top.
Well, look for the pull to really start this fight off. Mad looking for it. Oh,
so close.
Almost got the cape of safety right. It
Wings?
looks like it's. Yeah, wings are a little bit better than the cape, but they're going to look for it. Looks like a 3rd inhibitor here as they're leaving the base and heading down towards the bottom side of the map.
Now that you mention it, they look like shower curtains.
I don't know what kind of shower curtains you use, but no, I know what you mean.
Oh, it's okay. But now they're going to try to close out a 3rd inhibitor and try to just win this game at sub 30 minutes.
Well, this inhibitor is going to fall very quickly. I mean, you have the Triforce over onto space. We see the hook try to come out of Junie here, but we do see Shy. He's looking for a fight.
Madlife is leading the charge. Shy is going to go into Junie. He's going to get blown up. That's going to be the kill. They're going to look for a pull onto somebody. QTV is a long way away, and it's going to be QTV getting bursted. He flashes out, and Safety just melts on the dive. Ignite picks up the kill. On Rengar, the absolute 0 helps him get a triple. He's looking for a quadra, but it's going to be 1 over to space, and McNoon dies to turret.
You can hear the crowd like, oh. But it doesn't matter. The job is done. He has 40-second death timer, but in 25.5 minutes, CJ Frost is going to close out.
He gets the hook, but he backs in.
I was waiting. Is anyone going to follow up? But they're going to close out the series 2-0 against Saigon Jokers in a very quick and very one-sided fashion.
Yeah, and they're looking really strong to go up against IG, but IG did pretty much the same as they went 2-0 against their opponent, and there it is, the Nexus falls. Everybody's looking good on the side of CJ Entus Frost. The crowd is cheering, they're happy, but tomorrow is going to have even better games.
Yeah, Frost, I mean, they did their research. We saw it in the picks, we saw it in the bans. Saigon Jokers did it as well, but they just could not control their jungle. They couldn't control their lanes, and because of Helios just being super aggressive, because of, you know, Shy doing so well in his lane, they could not get a foothold in the game, and from that, they unfortunately lose 2-0.
Yep, and McNoon's play as well was pretty phenomenal. He zoned out Optimus quite hard in the lane, just applied a lot of poke, and when he had the Shockwave available, just forcing out flashes and just keeping him down and behind.
Yeah, to kind of give you an example of how the scores finished for both teams here, Shy, 8-3-2. We saw Helios 3-0-6. I don't think he died in both games, if I'm not mistaken. Madlife 1-0-9. McNoon 1-3-7. But over on the other side, I mean, we did have Archie do such a great job of picking up quite a few kills in these team fights. It was 4-2-1. He finally had that Infinity Edge done, but he didn't have much goal behind that to build any attack speed. And with a Nudu snowball on you, you're not going to be able to hit at all. You
can have a really bad time, especially when the Blood Boil's on the other side. He just keeps throwing him the Shy. When he gave it the space, he pushed down turrets really, really fast. And just the global pressure CJ applied, just you can't get away from it.
Well, if anything for Saigon Jokers, they can come out a little bit happy from this because they did 2-0 TPA yesterday.
Oh yeah.
They're currently 5-5 in Green. Watch, I think
the GPL.
They start. Yeah, wow. And GPL, and they can probably hold their heads high for that. They have a lot of practice to do, but I think they figured out maybe today that we have a couple steps to go, and we probably know exactly what to do to fix those to, you know, really take it to the next level.
Yeah, and they have a lot of potential. We saw them kite phenomenally. The communication was there in that fight. They were kiting really well. It looked really good. They were trying to come back into it, but then, you know, just hooks all over the place as he whipped it out for the crowd. He showed everybody the Blitzcrank.
Yeah, and, you know, I'm looking at the games tomorrow for CJ Frost versus Invictus Gaming. It's like, what lane do you watch? Because they're all so damn good. And I don't know. I mean, Shy, PDD, McNoon in middle. It was, I don't know.
He had one miss Shockwave. He, you know, just
we give him one. We give him one.
Everybody gets one.
But his Ziggs was fantastic earlier on.
The pressure that his Ziggs had was phenomenal too. Like the mines, and he even had satchel placement to put them into the mines, and the bouncing bombs coming out. And then he threw out the Mega Inferno Death Bomb without even caring, and just chunking people, forcing them to go back, especially the supports.
And one thing that's so scary about CJ Frost is what they showed us in those two games was they want to win early.
Yes.
And they are very aggressive early on. They take control of your jungle right away, and it's one of those things where it's like a downward spiral. If you lose control of your jungle and your jungler is forced to, you know, ward it up, you're not buying items. We saw that happen in game one. He could not get anything. And then from there, you lose all your global gold pretty much from the jungle camps that you depend on when you're starting to lose the game. You have Shy just nonstop split pushing and you can't send anyone to 1v1 him because he's so strong from Helios giving him those early kills.
Yeah.
You know, Frost versus Invictus Gaming, it's going to be, I hope, a very good best of 3. I'm pretty sure it will, though.
Now that I think about it, Helios and the jungler from IG, I just forgot his name, I'm blanking on it, but they both pick up early oracles. They love to pick up early oracles and control everything. So we might see a lot of really big jungle battles for both these teams.
Yeah, it's going to come down to that tomorrow, but that is obviously going to be coming up tomorrow. CJ, Entus, Frost going up against Invictus Gaming, but for now, we have an interview with Shocks.
Absolutely. I'm joined by Macnoon. Great applause. Great games from you guys. Tell me how your experience was. You played Orianna and Ziggs. How was your matchup versus Optimus in those 2 games?
I think Ziggs hits a counter of Orianna in my opinion, so it was not going too hard. So Ziggs is king.
No problem. You're allowed to after that, after those series. But of course, you just recently joined CJ and Frost in the mid lane there, and we saw in OGN sometimes you were a little nervous in those first games. But how is it going in the team now? How is the atmosphere?
I was like so nervous, like a kid, and yeah, it was so hard for me because I haven't played mid for almost 2 years, and so many people thinking like Magnus, he should still play top, he shouldn't move to mid, and I was so nervous. But after we get a match, Shy and Medgap and Helios and Space, everyone come up, cheer me up,
Yes.
and yep, Frost is best team for me.
So, Macnoon, I gotta ask you, with moving to the mid lane, are you ever gonna be able to beat Faker?
I hate you. Okay. I know it's really dangerous to answer that, but I hate you. Whatever. Yeah, you know, proud is most important thing for professional gamers. So my answer is yes. I will try my best.
All in good fun, of course. It will be interesting seeing that matchup develop over the year. And now, tell me, last time I talked to you, you were, of course, on Najin Sword. Now you're on CJ Frost. A lot of people are saying this is such an incredible team. Last year, they didn't make it to Worlds. How do you think it's going to go with this team this year?
This year? Goal of this year, you mean?
Leading up to the World Championships, OGN this year.
Sorry, my English is SUC something.
How strong do you think your team is?
Now? I'm not sure. But I can share one thing. I think Frost is best team in the world if Magnus does well.
And of course, tomorrow you are here in the grand final versus Invictus Gaming, who looked absolutely dominating earlier. Your direct opponent, ZZ Tai. How do you think that's going to go?
About next match?
No, tomorrow versus Invictus Gaming.
Against who? IG?
IG, yeah.
Zitai, he might kick my ass, but even though it happens, I don't care because Shy God, his best top ever, and Bad God, and every God in each lane, they gonna carry me. And I trust Frost. Sorry.
You trust Frost. Well, amazing series. Give it up one more time for Macnoon and Frost. You did very well. Thank you very much, and good luck tomorrow in the final. That's going to do it for us here today, our League of Legends broadcast. But tomorrow, the grand final here at IEM Singapore between IG and CJ Entus Frost. Don't miss it. We'll see you tomorrow.